Trucker Dump for March 4th, 2011, Episode 64. Truckers be heard on the proposed hours of service changes.
Welcome to Trucker Dump, where you'll get one driver's insights and sometimes humorous views of truck driving and the trucking industry, and pretty much anything else he feels like dumping on you. This podcast is brought to you by AboutTruckDriving.com. Resources to help you understand the world of truck driving through the use of stories and a pathetic attempt at humor.
Howdy doody, folks. Todd McCann here. Lucky you. Got a short one for you today. Since this is a time-sensitive subject, this may or may not be relevant anymore. Just remember that even after these rules are made, there's always a time when everyone is appealing this or that. So it's really never too late for truckers be heard on the proposed hours of service changes. I'm known as the king of a few things. The evil overlord calls me the king of cheese. I'm guessing it's because of my love of sharp cheddar. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I'm also the king of justification. With enough thought, I can make any of my stupid decisions seem like absolute brilliance. The third is the king of procrastination. I can usually find a good reason to put just about anything off until the last second. Well, today I'm proud to say that I overcame my procrastinating tendency. Instead of waiting until the last day to submit my comments on the proposed hours of service changes, I waited until the next to the last day. Yeah, I know, I rule. So have you let yourself be heard yet? If you haven't, tomorrow is the last day to get your butt over to the FMCSA website to let them know how you feel. When you reach the comment box, you'll notice that there's a 2,000 character limit. In my typical blowhard style, I hit the keys 1,998 times. It was kind of like a giant Twitter text box. You always find yourself needing a few more characters than they give you. Too bad they didn't have an HOS longer feature. Anyway, here's what I had to say to the folks who are put on this earth to torment us truckers. First of all, I think you should listen to the 122 representatives that are trying to get you to abandon any changes to the current hours of service rules. Fatalities caused by trucks are the lowest they've been in 60 years, and the roads are safer. Please leave the 11 hours of driving intact. The carriers have already shown that a new 10-hour limit would force them to put more trucks on the road to cover the same amount of freight. More trucks, more accidents. That's the law of percentages. The 14-hour rule is almost useless now. It's not that often that we're delayed at a customer for 8 hours so we can extend the 14-hour day. Take today, for example. I used 45 minutes for pre-trip inspection, fueling, and dropping and hooking a trailer at a customer. After I stopped to do a brief workout, eat, and shower, I had pretty much used up the 3 hours extra the 14 hours provides. If you change the rule to a hard 14 that can't be extended with an 8-hour sleeper berth, it'll be entirely useless. The main reason truckers bump up against the current 14 is because of the long wait times at shippers and consignees. As you can see from above, I was nearly up against my 14 hours without any unloading or loading time. If I had to wait even 2 hours to get loaded, I now have to decide if I'm going to skip my workout and shower to make use of my full 11 hours of driving. I'll probably be eating fast food too. How is any of that healthy for the driver? Next up is the proposed change to the 34-hour rule. I wish here that the people who regulated our industry actually understood how trucking works. You may have a normal work day, but truckers' bodies don't abide by the circadian rhythm. We may drive all night on Monday and all day on Tuesday. We can't control when we don't have loads, and therefore we can't specify when we need our 34 hours to start. The rule is useful as it stands. Change it, and you may as well get rid of it altogether. I pray that you all think like truckers when you vote. There you have it. It's not perfect, but I think it gets the point across. And in so few words, yet another reason to be proud of myself. I'm asking everyone who reads this to head over and give the FMCSA a piece of your mind, even if you don't have that many pieces to spare. And remember, truckers, your truck always has a better chance of getting fixed correctly when you're nice to the mechanic. So no cursing at the clueless rule makers. Just don't expect too much. Even if your truck gets fixed properly, you can always expect a big old glob of grease on your driver's seat. Some things will never change. unlike our current hours of service, I fear.
Hey, yo, bud, where do you want this load of feedback?
I just got a couple of quick feedback responses for e-logs. Do they really increase driving time? I was really expecting a lot more on this one, but I hardly got any reaction whatsoever. Truckers, you're letting me down. What's up with you guys? And girls. Lisa Nowak's got a one-liner this time. She says, sounds like it's all just another big stress inducer to me. Well, Lisa, you called it. At least for me it is. I hate it when that clock is ticking down on me. Now, my old friend Andrea says, Todd, just want to let you know that this is some of your best writing ever. Really like the rock, paper, scissors reference. I, of course, not being a trucker, read you for the writing and use you for examples in my class. I do not know a darn thing about e-logs, nor do I care, but your writing is getting really good, and I just wanted to let you know. Well, Andrea, thanks. So I guess I quit letting things dangle? She was the one who told me I had dangling prepositions, and I still don't know what it is. So thanks you two for your comments, and I want more comments, so bring them on. Here's how to do it. So what's your opinion of the proposed hours of service changes? What would you like to see instead? And just because these rules may have already been implemented, I'd still like to hear how you think they could be made better. Put your comments within the blog post by searching for TD064 in the search bar at abouttruckdriving.com, finding the blog post, and typing your little fingers to the bone. I can also be reached through email at thelovelytruckerdump@gmail.com and on Twitter at twitter.com/ToddMcCann. That's 2 D's, 2 C's, and 2 N's. You know the stalker in you wants to follow me. Well, thanks for listening. So until next time, drive safe and stay out of my way.